Hello and welcome back to Trash Plays Marvel Champions. Today we are playing Wonderman versus Ironman, who apparently have history with each other. Now, you might be wondering where the heck did Iron Man come from because I don't own Civil War, but I do now, and that unboxing is coming later, but I wanted to play Wonderman before that unboxing because who cares about an unboxing video? The Wonderman is obviously way more interesting, so we're going to be doing that. Now, I am not too certain how I should have set up Iron Man in order to have fun, but I just chose to use all of the modular encounter sets that came on his side of the thing. The way that it was wrapped, it was Iron Man and Captain Marvel in one bulk package, and it says to use 3 to 4 modular encounter sets, and Iron Man's side had 4 modular encounter sets, so I shuffled all 4 of them into his deck, and I have set up for a standard game. Yeah, I have set up for a standard game because I don't know how hard these bosses are. This is my first time playing them, so I might as well go standard. Now, I am using the main schemes that came with Iron Man's side as well, so I don't know what they're going to be all about, but for cutoff support, it says if there is more than one player on your team, this stage gets plus hinder 2. First interrupt, when the player reveals a treachery, place 1 threat on here, limit once per phase per player. As for Iron Man, he is a 1/1 with 12 hit points. Iron Man gets plus 1 scheme for each tech attachment attached to him, to a maximum of 3. Setup. The enemy searches the encounter deck for an Iron Man attachment and your team reveals it. I revealed Mark 5 armor attached to Iron Man. Force interrupt. When Iron Man would take any amount of damage, place that damage here instead. Then if there is at least 5 damage here, discard. The boost is to reveal the card. And cutoff support has, for the setup, I have to find the chosen leader's side scheme and reveal it. That side scheme is Stark Tower, which unfortunately has an extra card icon, so that's terrible. It only has 3 per person, but it has when defeated, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an Iron Man attachment, and your team reveals it, so that's also really annoying. Alright, lots of annoying things going on right off the bat, and we're gonna have to deal with that while also playing a new champion that I don't know how to play. But he seems pretty strong, so this should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should be starting in Simon Williams' side. And setup, put Ionic Psychology into play, hand size of 6, hit points of 12, and that's it for the alter ego side, aside from the fact that you can deck build with any events that have the energy icon. So I have modified this deck slightly by adding in a bunch of stuff. So Everywhere All at Once seems like an incredible card, so I figured I should use some player side schemes just in case there are no side schemes or schemes in general to play. So I don't have any allies in my hand, so I think I'm going to use my Unified Strike to pay for the build support. This comes into play with 3 per person, and luckily that is exactly how much Everywhere All at Once can deal with. So how do I want to do this? I need to target 2 schemes, and I want to get rid of 3 of them from each. So I need to pay a total of 3 to thwart both of them. So I'm going to flip over to Wonderman's side, and I will use Energy Siphon. So, Hero Interrupt, when you spend this card, take up to 3 damage. This card generates 1 additional energy resource for each damage taken this way. So I will take 2 damage to generate a total of 3 resources, and I will use that to pay for Everywhere All at Once. Everywhere All at Once says, play only if your identity has the aerial trait, which I just start with. Hero Action Thwart, choose 2 X schemes. I choose 2. Remove 2 threats from each chosen scheme. 3 instead if you overpaid for this card, which I did. So I'm going to choose both of these, and it is going to thwart both of these schemes. Now, Stark Tower makes me search for an Iron Man attachment and reveal it, so I have to decide what to do for that. I think I'm okay with Iron Man having the rocket boots. That seems like a pretty inconsequential thing. Plus 1 attack, but it's fine. He only has 1 attack. And then my build support, when defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for support of a cost of 3 or less and put it into play. I'm going to search for the Helicarrier, obviously. So build support goes into victory display, and I shall get out my Helicarrier. And then, because of Ionic Psychology, after I play an event with a printed energy resource, I can tuck that card from my discard pile under this card to heal 1 damage from my identity, so I'm back down to 1 damage. And now I can go... Well, I don't need Active Altruism, so I guess I will use Active Altruism and my Helicarrier to pay for the bombs away. Hero Action, exhaust an aerial character you control. Did I have to exhaust an aerial character for my... No, that was only if I can only play it if I have an aerial. So I will use Active Altruism and Helicarrier to pay for bombs away. Exhaust an aerial character you control. Choose a player, deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. So I'm going to deal the 3 damage to Iron Man. However, Iron Man does have the Mark 5 armor, so that's going to go on the Mark 5 armor instead. And I believe that will be it for my turn, but that seems like a very, very productive turn. And this will also get tucked under Ionic Physiology, so I will be back down to 0 damage. Cutoff support will get 1 for Iron Man's main scheme. He has nothing that happens during his turn. Yeah, he has nothing that happens during his turn. So now he is going to attack me for 2. And I think I'm just going to take that because I can just heal. Oh, I need to draw back my hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I do have defense events, but I'm pretty sure they only work for allies. Okay. So I think I'm just going to take the 2 plus a boost of 1. So that's 3 damage. And then we reveal a card, Life Model Decoy. The enemy team attaches this card to a minion or their leader, limit once per character. Attached character gains Stalwart. Force interrupt when the attached character would take any amount of damage from an attack. Prevent that damage and discard this card instead. Okay, he has a lot of damage preventing at the moment. And what is Stalwart? Stalwart. A character with Stalwart cannot be stunned or confused. Well, that's rather annoying, but I don't think I'm going to confuse or stun him anyways, mainly because I already took out the 3 copies of Battlefield Benevolence, because I did not like that card. That was like heal 2 from the enemy to confuse them. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So, let's do Helicarrier for Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Hollywood has resource. Generate a energy resource to overpay for a card, limit once per card, which is absolutely bonkers because that does not exhaust it. And then use 2... I'm going to use 2 plus Mr. Hollywood for Firebird, and I'm going to overpay for Firebird, and because I overpaid for Firebird, I get to put a rebirth counter on her. Whenever she would be defeated by consequential damage, remove 1 rebirth counter from her to heal all damage from her instead. Did I do... No. Okay, I'm going to have to keep in mind that anytime I play an event, I have to, remember to either tuck it under me or not. So, I guess Firebird will attack Iron Man, dealing her 2 consequential damage, which will remove the rebirth counter. So now she is fully healed. And that 2 damage is going to get rid of the Mark 5 armor, because that does not deal the damage to Iron Man, so the life model decoy doesn't go away. But now this gets discarded. If there is at least 5 damage here, discard this card. There is 5 damage here, so that is now discarded. And then Wonderman is going to attack. I don't really want to attack and use up my cards at the moment, because that's just going to be absorbed, but whatever. Wonderman is also going to attack, and that is going to get rid of the life model decoy, and I have to discard. This is a force interrupt. After Wonderman makes a basic attack, discard each card tucked under Ionic Physiology. But the life model decoy now also goes away, and that damage is prevented. So now he can actually take damage, I believe. And do I want to keep Jarvis in my hand? I don't think so. I don't feel... This doesn't feel like a good card. I'm going to discard this and draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and everything gets unexhausted. I have, what are you? Starstruck, Active Altruism, Signature Sunglasses, and Bombs Away. Okay, this is going to be easy. Cutoff support gets 1. Iron Man attacks for 2. I am going to have Firebird block this. And boosting for 1, so Firebird is dead. And then... Wait, after you make a basic attack against Iron Man, spend 2 resources to discard. Okay, I didn't have the opportunity to do that. Well, I didn't have the means to do that last turn, so it doesn't matter. And then I am going to reveal Caught Off Guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. I would rather discard Mr. Hollywood, because that's only for overpaying, and Helicarrier is for anything. So now it's my turn. I would like to do... Okay, well, What Are You seems incredibly overpowered. So I think I'm going to use 2... to play What Are You. Whenever I would die, I instead set my hit points to 4 and change the alter ego form, and then I can tuck an event. I can tuck event with printed energy resources from my discard pile under Ionic Physiology until there are 3 or more tucked under there, and then remove that from the game. So that's absolutely ridiculous. Then I will pay 0 with Helicarrier for Starstruck, and I will use Active Altruism to overpay using an energy resource. Oh, did that need to be an energy resource for Firebird? No, it was only if you overpaid. Okay, so I can do Starstruck, deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. So that's going to be 1 at the moment. He's going to take 1 damage. And then if I overpaid with a energy resource, stun that enemy. So he is now stunned, and yes, the life model decoy is gone, so he is now stunned. And then I can use Ionic Psychology to stick this under there and heal 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Helicarrier goes away, or the exhaustion goes away. I think I could have attacked last turn. I don't think I was exhausted. I'm fairly certain I wasn't exhausted, so Wonderman will thwart the main scheme instead of attack. So draw my hand of 5. Nick Fury, here we go. Starstruck everywhere all at once. Heroic conditioning. Okay. So main scheme gets 1. Iron Man tries to attack. He can't because he's stunned. And then reveal excessive force. When revealed, place 1 threat on the ooh, wait a second. Cutoff support had some stuff too. Whenever I reveal treachery. So I revealed Caught Off Guard, and I think that was the only treachery I revealed. So this is now the second one, so it's now up to 4. And place 1 threat on the main scheme for each minion in play. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. This card gains Surge because there is no minion. And then gang up. The villain and each minion engage a few attacks you, and the main scheme gets 1. So Iron Man is attacking. I am just going to take it. He's attacking for 2 plus 2, so that's 4. I'm up to 6. Do I want to just play Nick Fury? I kind of do. I'm going to use Helicarrier to put his cost down to 3, and I'll use these 3 cards to pay for Nick Fury. Nick Fury comes into play, and I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use those 3 cards to pay for the Heroic Conditioning to give myself plus 3 hit points and plus 1 thwart, which is absolutely bonkers. Nick Fury is going to attack Iron Man for... No, Nick Fury is going to be... We are both going to thwart for a total of 5 thwart, bringing it back down to 0. That's going to be the end of my turn. Cutoff support gets 1. Iron Man attacks. Nick Fury blocks. Attacked for... Doesn't matter. Nick Fury's dead. And reveal Wasp. Teamwork Avenger. What is teamwork? I have no concept of this teamwork thing. I play solo. Teamwork. After a minion with teamwork enters play and engages a player, if there is at least one other minion that shares a specified trait in play, the minion that just entered play activates against the player it is engaged with. Ooh, so it is like conditional quick strike. Interesting. Okay. Well, there is no other minion, so that doesn't happen. When reveal, place 1 threat on a main scheme. Okay. And that was the reveal card. It is now my turn. I forgot to draw my hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Absolutely bonkers that he gets 5 when he's this powerful. Okay, going undercover costs 0, but I don't think I want to play it right now. I think I want that Avengers Mansion. So if I go 3 plus Helicarrier, I can play Avengers Mansion and then use the card from Avengers Mansion to deal 3 damage to an enemy, which will be Wasp to kill it. That's what I'm going to do. So 3 plus Helicarrier for Avengers Mansion. Use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. That card was Hawkeye. I'm going to use Hawkeye to pay for Ionic Blast. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. That's going to be Wasp, killing Wasp. And deal 2 additional enemy for every energy I overpaid for, which I didn't. But this will now get tucked under me, and I will heal 1. And then Wonderman will thwart for... 2, 3, thwart for 3. So the main scheme is back down to 0, and that's going to be the end of my turn, but now I am basically built up. So main scheme gets 1. Iron Man attacks. I am at 5 out of 12. No, not 12. I get plus 3 hit points. That's ridiculous. I'm at 5 out of 15. I'm fine. He's attacking for 2 plus 2, so that's 4. Revealing Mighty Avengers. Main scheme gets 1. And when revealed, resolve the when revealed effect of each minion in play. If no when revealed effects were resolved, this... Wow, that's a bad treachery. That's a really bad treachery. Good thing I killed Wasp. So this card gains Surge, and then we reveal the 50-state initiative. Shield wants each state to have its own government-sponsored super team, because that sounds like it would go well. Comes into play with 3 plus 1 for the Hinder. When defeated, each Avenger minion in the encounter discard pile... When revealed, when defeated... Shuffle each Avenger minion in the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and it has a hazard icon. Okay, that's not that bad. Draw my hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get my Avengers Mansion, draw a card. How many cards are tucked under Ionic Psychology? 2. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to use Helicarrier and Let's Go Stronger Together to pay for the Jet Belt. Because for some reason he has 3 resource generators, and Jet Belt will allow me to exhaust it and generate a energy resource for an event, or I can exhaust it and discard a card under Ionic Physiology to generate a energy resource in general. Alright, let's go active altruism. I'm going to use Jet Belt to overpay by 1, and then I will use Energy Siphon for the second overpay. So that's removing 5. Remove 1 plus 2 for each overpay using an energy resource. So that's going to be 5 from the 50 state initiative to thwart this, and then when this is defeated, shuffle each Avenger minion in the discard pile into the encounter deck, which is actually good because that makes the deck bigger. We're not getting any closer to having a, what's it called? Acceleration token. Active altruism is going to get tucked under Ionic Physiology, healing me for 1, and not that it matters because I can be so tanky. So I cannot play under surveillance at this time, but I kind of want to keep it in my hand. As for Wonderman, I guess I might as well just attack now. So I'm going to attack, and that gives me +1 attack for every card under Ionic Physiology, so that's 3, so I have 4 attack, so he's up to 5 damage, and I can discard... Well, oh no, I have to discard all of the cards under Ionic Physiology. Rocket Boots, after I make a basic attack against Ironman, I can spend a energy and a physical resource to discard this card. I might as well do that to discard the Rocket Boots. Main Scheme gets 1. Ironman attacks, I am still just going to take it, because he only has 1 attack now, so that's 1 plus 2, that's 3, I'm up to 11. And even if I didn't have my health boost, I would still not be dead. And then we reveal Maria Hill, 2 scheme, 2 attack, 4 HP, elite shield, retaliate 2. Ew. When revealed, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Life Model Decoy and attaches it to Maria Hill. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I don't want to take it from the deck because that's going to get me closer to the acceleration icon, so I'll give it to her from the discard pile. So I have Scarlet Witch, United Strike, Show Up Empathy. Ooh. Oh no, Show Up Empathy only works for non-elites. Ionic Blast and Bombs Away. First off, Avengers Mansion. Of course, always have to do the Avengers Mansion, and I drew an energy. In that case, I would really like to kill Maria Hill, but she has that Retaliate 2, and she won't die. Okay, let's use energy, and use that to pay for Bombs Away. Exhaust an aerial character you control to deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you, so that's going to be 3 to Iron Man, and 3 to Maria Hill, and this is not an attack, so I don't take the retaliate damage. Yeah, this doesn't say attack anywhere on it. So Maria Hill takes 3 damage. No, wait, no, that goes to the Life Model Decoy. When the attached character would take any amount of damage from an attack. This is not an attack. Ooh, can I do that again? Do I have any way to do that again? Attack. No, I don't have another way to do that again, unfortunately. I guess I will... 8 out of 12. I realize I could just kill Iron Man Stage 1 right now. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. Iron Man cannot take damage this phase. Not that big a deal. Not that big a deal at all. Bombs Away has an energy icon, so I'm going to attach it to Ionic Physiology, heal me for 1. And I think I'm just going to kill Iron Man Stage 1. So I'm going to put out the Show of Empathy for a future minion. Hopefully there's some non-elites in here. And use the Helicarrier to make Ionic Blast cost 0 and overpay by 1 to deal 3 plus 2 damage to Iron Man. That's going to be 5 damage, killing Iron Man Stage 1. Iron Man Stage 1 is dead. He has Steady. What is Steady? I don't know. Steady. A character with Steady can have 1 additional stunned or status card and 1 additional can have 1 additional stunned status card and 1 additional confused status card. The character is not stunned unless they have 2 status cards, and is not confused unless they have 2 status cards. After that character's activation is replaced by a status card effect, remove all status cards of that type from that character. Okay, so it costs 2 stuns and confuse to stun or confuse them. I still have Scarlet Witch in my hand. I think I'm just going to discard this, but Ionic Blast is going to go underneath my Ionic Physiology, healing me for 1 more, and I'm going to discard Scarlet Witch. Oh, I have Jet Belt. I keep forgetting I have Jet Belt, which is completely bonkers. I should be using that. I'll use that later. So, Main Scheme gets 1. Oh, he has Steady. Iron Man gets +1 scheme for every tech attachment to him to a maximum of 3. And when revealed, each player deal each player an additional encounter card. Iron Man cannot take damage this phase. So I believe that means that for the rest of the turn that I just beat him at, I can't deal him any more damage. But then the next turn, after this villain phase, I get to deal damage to him again. So I think I already gave him the main scheme one, but I'll just give it another one. Main scheme gets 1. Iron Man attacks for 2. I think I am still just going to... Let's see what my... Oh, no, my deck is empty. That means I get an... Oh, this is going to be a 3 encounter... Ooh, this is going to be 3 encounter cards this turn. Maybe I should have waited just 1 turn, but too late now. So, draw my hand of 5. I have Queen Carrier, Sentry, the Raft, Starstruck, United Strike. I think I'm just going to take this, because I still have my What Are You to keep me alive. So, Iron Man attacks for 2 plus 0. I'm up to 11 damage once again. Maria Hill attacks for 2. I'm just going to take that. I'm up to 13 out of 16. No, 15. 13 out of 15. So I can take 2 more damage, or 1 more damage, before I will be forced to use my What Are You. They get a face down card. The first card is Life Model Decoy. Attached to the enemy team attaches this card to a minion or their leader, limit 1 per character. They only have the one on Maria Hill. They already have the one on Maria Hill, so that goes on Iron Man. Second card is Advanced, the Villain Schemes. Excellent. +1 scheme for every tech attachment on him. He only has 0, so he has 1 scheme plus Star. Give the enemy leader a tough status card. So scheming for 2, which will complete the main scheme. And we move on to Pro Registration Tactics 2A. Iron Man and his Avengers are ordered to apprehend any superpowered individuals who refuse to register with S.H.I.E.L.D. That includes former teammates such as Captain America and Spider-Man. Wait, no, Spider-Woman. Negative Zone Prison 2B. Reduce the target's threat value of this scheme by 1 for each face-down card under it. Okay. Force response. After an ally is defeated by an enemy attack, place the ally face down under this scheme. Okay. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game. So that is trying to get you to not chump block. Got it. What was I doing? Okay, Yellow Jacket was the boost for the advance. I don't know where the heck this advance came from. Sure, whatever. We are now revealing the third card. Mighty Avengers. When revealed, resolve the when revealed effect of each minion in play. There are no... No, there is. Resolve the when revealed ability of each minion in play. If no when revealed... Her when revealed is Life Model Decoy, and each character could only have 1 of them. I don't think this resolves. Or maybe it does resolve, but it just fizzles out. I think it just resolves and fizzles out, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. This resolves and fizzles out, because they can only have 1 Life Model Decoy. So that's the end of their BS. So, their health goes back down to 0 damage. And I'm still alive. Yay! So let's start with the Avengers Mansion, draw a card, and I'm going to try to remember that I have Jet Belt, Energy Siphon, okay. I guess I could... Oh, no, the main scheme does not get 1 from revealing the Mighty Avengers, because that does not have that effect, okay. Man, that's annoying. He has 2 ways of dealing with my damage this turn. And I can't even stun him because of the Life Model Decoy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Energy Siphon, take 1 damage, so this generates 2, and I'm going to use Helicarrier to pay for the Queen Carrier. So now I am super rich. And then I'm going to exhaust Jet Belt and discard a card tucked under... No, wait, no. Am I playing an event right now? I am not. Okay. I'm going to discard a card tucked under Ionic Psychology to generate a resource, and I'm going to use the Queen Carrier for a resource. And I will use the Raft to pay for Sentry. Sentry comes into play. After Sentry enters play, search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. And shuffle. If no side scheme was revealed display, place 6 threat on the main scheme. Luckily there are side schemes in here. I just gotta find one that I don't completely hate. Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna find the Shield Helicarrier. So Shield Helicarrier has Hinder 1, so that comes into play with 4. So that actually does kind of mess up my plans, but whatever, it's okay. When defeated, it has an extra card icon, which is bad, but it has when defeated, the player who defeated this side scheme deals 1 damage to each character they control and each minion engaged with them. And this is not an attack, so Life Model Decoy does not prevent this damage. When the attached character would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent that damage and discard this card. So that would kill Maria Hill if I get rid of the Shield Helicarrier. So now I can use my United Strike. Shield Sentry is going to thwart the Shield Helicarrier. And I'm going to use United Strike to exhaust Wonderman. When an ally uses a basic power, exhaust your hero. Add your hero's matching power to the ally's power for this use. That ally does not take consequential damage for this use. So United Strike is giving Sentry plus 4 thwart. And this is an event with a energy icon, so I can tuck it under Ionic Psychology to heal me for 1. That's going to thwart for 5 from Shield Helicarrier, thwarting it. And it is now defeated. It deals 1 damage to every character I control, so now I take 1 more damage, but I'm back up to 14 out of 15. And Sentry takes 1 damage. And each minion engaged with them, that is Maria Hill, this is not an attack, and that defeats Maria Hill. I still have Starstruck in my hand. I don't really care about Starstruck. I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to draw back my new hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was the right call. Now I just have to deal with Ironman. So, Negative Zone Prison gets 1. Ironman attacks for 2. Sentry could take that, but I kind of want to have Sentry there to just attack. I think I'm just going to not block this and let my What Are You activate. So he's attacking for 2 plus 2, that's 4, killing me. Triggering What Are You. When Wonderman would be defeated, instead set my hit point style to 4. So I have taken 4 damage out of 15. So I'm at 11 damage, basically. So his hit point set of 4, change to Alter Ego form, and change to Alter Ego form. This is not optional. You may tuck events with a printed energy resource from your discard pile under Ionic Psychology. So you may tuck events. It has to be events, so it's going to be these 2 under Ionic Psychology. Oh no, I already have 2. Okay. I guess I'll tuck 1. Until there are 3 cards tucked there, remove this card from the game. So What Are You is now removed from the game. And then that's his attack. And we reveal Powered Gauntlets. Attached to Iron Man, Iron Man gets +1 attack. Iron Man's attacks gain ranged. Hero's response after you make a basic attack against Iron Man, spend 2 resources to discard this card. That's fine, I don't care, because I'm gonna kill ya. So, Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Starstruck everywhere all at once. Jarvis, Active Altruism, Starstruck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. If you overpaid with a... Deal damage equal to your attack. So my attack right now is 4, because I have 3 cards tucked under me, and I get +1 for every card tucked under me. I can't even use Jarvis to heal me. It's after an Avenger hero changes into Alter Ego form. So this doesn't even let me do it right now. I can't play him and then heal 2. This sucks. I guess I am just going to be using 2 Starstrucks. Now my question is, how do I want to use them? I have United Strike in my hand, but they have 2 ways to absorb damage, so I don't think I'm going to be using United Strike. I think I'm just going to attack 4 times. So switch over to Wonderman. Do I want to heal? No. No, you know what? Let's heal. Screw it. Okay, let's first of all use my Helicarrier and my Quinn Carrier for Jarvis. We might as well, because I don't need to use that for anything. And then go... Let's play it safe. I will heal for 3. Flip over to Simon Williams, or to Wonderman. And then... It doesn't matter, all my stuff is going to be... Well, it's going to be 4 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack, 4 attack. Okay, so Sentry is going to attack. And that's going to take care of the Tough card. And then I will use Jet Belt to pay for Starstruck. This is going to deal 3 damage, but then the Life Model Decoy gets rid of that. Yeah, that gets rid of the Life Model Decoy. Followed by a second Starstruck. I'm going to be overpaying for it using United Strike. So that's going to deal 3 damage to Iron Man. No, that's going to be dealing 4 damage to Iron Man because I have 1 attack plus the 3. Yeah, so that's 4 damage to Iron Man. And because I overpaid, I get to give him a stunned card, but he's not stunned because he has steady. And then I'm going to keep Everywhere All at Once in my hand just in case something bad shows up. I like this card, Everywhere All at Once. So draw back my hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have Active Altruism, Nick Fury, Stronger Together, Avengers Compound, and Active Altruism. I can use Stronger Together so that Sentry can block and then he won't take the damage. Okay, so main scheme gets 1. Iron Man attacks. He's attacking for 3. Let's have Sentry block this. And boosting for 0. Place 1 threat. Boost, place 1 threat on a main scheme. I will use Stronger Together to reduce that damage by 2. It's equal to my defense, right? If I share a trait with me, Aerial and Avenger, I can reduce that damage by my defense, so that's 2, so he takes 2 damage. And he's still alive. And then we reveal Assault. The villain attacks you. Okay, sure. Iron Man attacks me for 3. I am going to... what's the worst that could happen? If he boosts for 3, that's going to be 6 damage. 6 plus 8 is 14. I would still be alive. I'd still be alive, so you know what? I'm not going to block this. I'm not going to block this, boosting for 2. So 2 plus... So that's 5 more damage. I'm up to 13 damage. But I'm still alive thanks to the Heroic Conditioning, which is an absolutely bonkers card. So, my turn. Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Heroic Intuition, Avengers Compound, Nick Fury. I guess I will use 4 for Nick Fury. Can I kill him this turn? If I use 4 for Nick Fury, that's going to be... He has 16 HP. I can deal 4 damage. So he'd be up at 8, 10, 15. Wouldn't be enough. Would not be enough to kill him this turn, but I will have Nick Fury to block for next turn. But since it won't kill him, I'm going to draw the 3 cards instead. So 1, 2, 3 cards. Swordsman, Wonderfans, and Everywhere All at Once. I can't pay for Swordsman, Oh, I can pay for Swordsman. Ooh, I'm going to pay for Swordsman. I'm going to use Helicarrier and Queen Carrier and these 2 cards for Swordsman. Swordsman is a 2/2, basic attacks gain piercing, and after a boost card is turned face up during an undefended attack, declare Swordsman as the defender without exhausting him. So I can have Swordsman attack for 1, 2 for our 2 from Swordsman, 2 from Nick Fury. Yeah, screw it. Wonderman will also attack, discarding the 3 cards under me, dealing 4 damage. So now he's up to 12 out of 16. He only has 4 damage left before he is dead. I think this game is as good as won. I have plenty of ways to defend. Main scheme gets 1. Iron Man attacks, Nick Fury blocks. He's attacking for a star. If Maria Hill is in play, this card gains +3 icons, but she is not. But either way, Nick Fury is dead. And then we reveal a card. Yeah, just making sure nothing weird is happening. Yeah, nothing weird is happening. So now we reveal a card. That card is Bullseye. When revealed, the enemy team discards an attachment from your leader. Otherwise, discard an upgrade you control. I will discard... Ooh, I only have the 1 upgrade. That's Jet Belt. But that's okay, because I keep forgetting it anyways. Actually, I also have Hero Conditioning, but that's keeping me alive, so I'm not going to discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna draw 1 card from Avengers Mansion, and I could just kill Iron Man right now, but I think it'd be a lot funnier if I did it with Bullseye. Let's have, Wonderman is going to thwart 3 from Show of Empathy, which will put that onto Bullseye, which will get rid of Show of Empathy, and gives me Bullseye as a redeemed hero. They are redeemed. Because he is not elite, I can do this, and take control of the attached minion, treat it as a redeemed ally with a blank text box. Its storage is equal to its printed scheme, and it takes 1 consequential damage after attacks or thwarts. So Bullseye is now redeemed. I only have to deal 4 more damage, so I guess Swordsman will attack for 2, and then Bullseye will also attack for 2, killing Iron Man in normal mode. Okay. That was quite interesting. I think I stand by what I said when I said that I think that Wonderman is kind of really strong. To be fair, this was a standard game instead of an expert game, but either way, having the ability to just not die and being able to heal every time you play an event essentially is ridiculous. The card Everywhere All at Once is an incredible card. I love this card. Having the ability to thwart multiple schemes and being able to choose how much you thwart them for is incredible. I think this is just really strong. As for... I don't think that it's like so strong though that I don't want to play them, unlike Maria Hill. Alright, Maria Hill had that problem where it's like, well, Do I really want to just sit behind my giant shield turrets? The answer is no. Also, it seems that my battery has died, but that's okay because the gameplay is over. Yeah, Wonderman seems really, really strong and he seems really, really fun. Like, he's not broken, but he's like fun. I do think that maybe his deck building is going to be kind of samey because no matter what aspect I pick, I am going to take Everywhere All at Once because that's an incredible card, as well as any other powerful events that have the lightning resource icon. Like Bombs Away. Bombs Away is also an incredible card. I cannot believe that card exists, and it should not cost 2. That's so strong. You do have to exhaust probably your hero, but maybe an ally if you control an ally with Aerial, but still. Jarvis, super weak. I'm not going to play with Jarvis. I'm taking that card out of this deck immediately. And as for Iron Man, I didn't really feel like I was fighting Iron Man. Like, I get the idea. It's a fun idea, being like, oh, well, Iron Man doesn't have a hand size, but we're going to increase his scheme by 1 for every tech upgrade he controls. But that's not going to matter if I never go into Alter Ego mode, or if I never let him scheme. It also didn't really feel like Iron Man because none of his cards were coming up. I feel like maybe he should have more cards than just 10. Like, only having 10 cards is kind of whatever. That's basically just 2 modular encounter sets. And when it asks you to put in 3 modular encounter sets at the bare minimum, 3 to 4 modular encounter sets plus the standard set, which is 7 cards, like, the deck is heavily diluted and there aren't that many Iron Man cards in the deck. They should have like 15 cards. That seems like the obvious thing is that they should have 15 cards to match the hero's 15 cards. But for some reason, they didn't do that. So yeah, fighting Iron Man didn't feel too much like fighting Iron Man. Simon Williams is a lot of fun. He feels a lot more simple and straightforward than freaking Hercules at the very least. And I'm looking forward to fighting the rest of the Civil War heroes. I will be unboxing Tigra and Hulkling in the next video, and hopefully I will see you there. Goodbye.